Good evening and welcome. Tonight I'm going to give you a little update on the puppet project that I'm doing. So far I've posted part 1 and part 2, and I am calling this segment part 2.75. And the reason is because, and I don't know how this happened, but it happens. If you saw my 7 Things About Me video, you realize that I can't really count to 7, so this shouldn't come as a big surprise. But I showed you this picture, or I was going along, and at an hour and 37 minutes into the video, you had this puppet with this big fat nose. And then I believe I cut off there, and then I came back to continue on. And the next thing you see is this puppet with this big long witch's nose. And all of the clips that I did between what you see were left out. Now, I think I have those clips, but I managed somehow to leave them out. And this is a big, long video, and I don't really feel like going back and redoing it and putting it all in. Besides, who knows if anybody's actually watching this all the way through, because it is very tedious. And admittedly, I departed from the assignment, and the assignment originally stated was I was going to show you how to make a puppet that anybody can do. And this really is not, and I've said it in the process of making it, it's really not a video, or it's really not a puppet that just anybody can do. Now, my earlier puppets that I made, and here's one I've not shown in the past, but this is a simple puppet. It's a doctor, and he's Red Cross or whatever you want to call him. This is super simple. It's got a head that is made out of a small styrofoam ball with some additions, some celluclay over it, and it's painted, and very, very simple. Actually, I happened to notice that I put glass eyes in this one. Most of the older ones that I did, I put, I just painted the eyes in, but I just happened to notice that, I put these little eyes that I got at, Hobby Lobby or Michael's or wherever. But anyway, so regrettably, this is taking quite a long time. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you now, when I'm done here, I'm going to just show you the video of me putting on that nose so you can see how it was done. It was sculpted in paper clay and whatnot. And I'm also realized recently, while I'm going through, while I'm going through the third part where I'm painting the puppet, that it's already over 2 hours. The good news is I've learned to speed up the video. Now, I kind of knew how to do it in Premiere Pro, but I've switched over to DaVinci Resolve, and I just learned how to do it about 2/3 of the way through this video. But at the end of the video, or towards the end of the video, I realized that several of the clips that lead to the end of the painting video I lost, and I don't know how I lost them, but I lost them, so they won't be in it. But I will still probably post that video. I mean, if you're interested in painting these, you might find it interesting, and you might pick up a few tips. I'll give you a little foretaste, in fact, aftertaste, whatever you want to call it. This is the end product. and in at least of the head, of course, without the hair and the hat and other things that we'll do. But this is the way that I painted the puppet. And if you want to see how this was done, then you would watch part 3 of the video, or part 3 of this series on this puppet crafting. So I think that's about all I need to say here. Just enjoy now the video of putting on the nose. And also I will mention here that at the end of this segment I talk about the eyes. And that's one of the things that I realize is that at the end of the third part, where I did put in the eyes and glue them in and everything, I lost those clips. So, they won't be shown. But the eyes are cool. You just saw them. They were those little styrofoam eyes. They were little styrofoam balls, and I glued them in. And I used, they were on, toothpicks, and I poked them in and glued them. And they came out pretty good. So I'm so far happy with the progress, but it's taking me a lot longer than I anticipated. And I've got to figure out how to get the time down so that it's more watchable. I thought of live streaming, and that would just eliminate my need. I wouldn't have to, if I live stream, I wouldn't have to do all the editing, and editing is kind of a little difficult for me, and I'm just learning. But also, if I live streamed this second part or third part that I'm doing, which is now over 2 hours, it would probably be at the same place. If it was live streamed, it would maybe be 3 or 4 hours. So I don't know that would work. But if you have any comments or suggestions, just let me know. But anyway, here we go. This is how the nose was put on, and as soon as I can get it worked out and edited, I will have that part 3 showing how to paint the puppet if you're interested. Okay, well, I worked on this for a while, and this is what I got so far. And if you remember, I started with no plan, and I said it would have been better had I thought, okay, I'm going to make such and such. Well, when I got here with this, and as you can see, I did the ears a little bit. I put a wart on the nose, and you got these saggy jowls, and I said it kind of looks a little like a witch. So I just decided, well, in fact, I think when I said it originally, when I made the comment, I said, if I said, oh, I'm going to make a witch or whatever, and then just went ahead and did it. But I didn't do that. But now that it looks like it, what I've done is I've got this piece of paper mache I've kind of formed, and I'm going to stick it on like this. But before I do that, I'm going to put this toothpick. I'm going to put it straight up the nose. Okay, so you see that. Then I'm going to put this on, like so, and that'll fortify it. And so now I'm just going to form this into, what it needs to look like. Because it needs some touching up here. And it would have been better had I done this from the beginning, because if I did, the bulk of the nose would have been styrofoam and that would have made it stronger. But if I don't feel like this is strong enough, then I have a method for fortifying that if I show you, or if I decide to do it, you know, I would guess that if you watched every single paper mache video on YouTube, you would not see my method for fortifying it. Is it a secret? Well, I guess. It's not a secret, it's just something that is, you know, that I know or learned how to do, that I don't think, you know, I've seen anybody else do, though I have to be honest, I've not done a search to verify my claim here, but I'm pretty sure. Now, also this this blending that I'm doing here, it's not perfect, but after it dries, I can, you know, I can touch it up. Plus, as I said before, when the finishes go on, the very gesso and the layers of paint, that will also serve to strengthen it. But if I don't think it's strong enough, I'll show you something very cool. If it's strong enough, I probably wouldn't bother, and then just have to, you know, maybe another time, another video. So this is looking pretty good. A little rough, but I'm liking it. So I got a crude nose there. Good enough. So while I've got you here, I'll show you what I've done for the eyes. Okay, I have the eyes over here. Once this gets done, I need to just set it and let it sit. All the touching, I keep knocking things out of the place. Okay, so here are the eyes. This is one eye, and it's simply a ball, and you see it's got a toothpick in it. Now I'm just going to let this dry. When this is dry, I will probably use some hot glue or just some white glue, or I'll probably use tacky glue. And I'll take the tacky glue and I'll make sure that this is glued in well, and then I'm going to stick the eyeball in the eye socket, and I think it'll look pretty cool. So stay tuned. Now, I might also put a plastic eye on the top of this rather than paint it. Painting it's a little simpler, but we'll see how it goes, how it looks when I get to that point. That's it for now.